what about the quality of the concert? Were you pleased? Was it as good?
Yes, I was quite scared with the weather. The clouds were quite low, and that was very good for the lightings, but not as good for the lasers. You can't have everything. And apart from that, the fact that we broke the laser, because of the rain, maybe the night before, for the laser harp. The laser harp was not as bright as it should have been. Apart from that, all the cues went well, and when you think about the amount of technology involved in that, we're talking about a kind of high-tech show with cues on the roof buildings and all that. I feel that you can tell me more than myself, but I think everything went really in time from the beginning to the end.
You mentioned the laser harp, and a preface is, today at a record fair I had fans that saw your show tonight prepare questions, and one of them was, how did the laser harp that you used tonight differ from the laser harp that's mentioned or credited on the China concerts? I understand this was considered the world premiere of one.
Yes, because it was the system was entirely different. With the laser harp was a prototype in China and was a small one, and the system was entirely different. You had the bar at 2 meters with kind of cells. You had like a remote control for television, and each way was touching these cells, and each time you are interrupting that, it was the cells was off or on, and it was
almost like an alarm system.
That's right, exactly. So that was, and this one was done with a computer, and an electronic eye is able to control and to recognize where your hand is, and be able to control the velocity, the timbre, the quality of the sound, exactly like on a piano. So it was an entirely different instrument, even if the shape was a little bit the same.
You seemed the most animated when you started playing that. That was when you really were first really facing the crowd.
Yeah.
Your facial animations really came forth. Did your adrenaline build, and was that a pinnacle moment for you?
Oh yeah, this is really great, because to be able to express with technology is something very physical, and playing with light in a kind of audiovisual context is the ultimate shock. For music to be able to produce music and sound with light in it. That was great. I enjoyed it very, very much. Thank you.
Answer my first question. How much sleep have you gotten in the last couple of days?
Not much. You should ask me a couple of months, or this last 3 months. I really slept no more than 2 or 3 hours a day since 4 months, because I had to finish the recording of the music. I had to spend all my weekends in Houston and back to Europe to prepare the show, and it was quite unusual, both for Europeans and Houstonians, to spend weekends in Houston and going back for the week in Paris.
Well, you must be suffering a permanent case of jet lag again.
You have no more jet lag problems when you don't sleep anymore.
Your latest effort seems to be much more classically influenced. Is your music headed in this direction?
Which one?
The Rendez-Vous LP seems to be more classically
I was fitting with what I've got in mind for that type of event. I mean, conducting a kind of orchestra made of musicians and visual artists. And so it was not necessary. It's not necessarily. It was what I've got in mind for that type of moment. I mean, it's not necessarily means that the next LP will be in the same mood.
Right. I noticed that David Jarre played on this album, and played a little baby chord, for a matter of fact. Are we going to see 3 generations of Jarres bringing us music here soon?
I don't know, it's up to him. You have to ask him the question. I don't know exactly what's going on, because it seems that there is a big mess around this event. I mean, a lot of political involvement, a lot of different committees are involved, so I don't know, I really don't know yet. But I would be very interested, because also this event is a French-American event, so it could be a good opportunity also to do something totally different than Houston.
Any plans of coming back to Houston in the next 6 months, a year, 2 years?
I really would like to come back, because now I have a lot of friends here, and I really would like to spend more time in the city to enjoy a little more the city, and working a little less and sleeping a little more.
Can you tell us a little bit about the plans for the video? This is a full-length feature film that was directed by Bob Girardi.
Yes. Actually, he was very enthusiastic about what he shot yesterday. He told me I've got everything. He shot 43 hours of. He's got 43 hours, 44 hours of footage, and he told me that yesterday he had 14 cameras, so 14 video monitors. And he said during 90 minutes I couldn't choose